Well, here I am in my cocina. I didn't think I would ever be doing anything like this. As you know, no me gusta cocinar. I always tell you in clase. And yeah, so there's a first time for everything. Today I'm going to actually videotape from my kitchen, and you're going to be learning about one of my favorite foods growing up, and that is about the plantain or the plátano. So a normal banana, and these are kind of frozen because I use them to bake, but a normal banana kind of looks like this, maybe a little bit bigger. Well, the plantain also looks like a banana, but it's a little bit bigger, as you can see. And you can get them at Wegmans or Tops even, and they're usually like 3 for $1. And today what we're going to do is we're going to cook it in a little bit of vegetable oil and a little bit of salt, and it's going to taste kind of like a French fry. And you're like, what? But you'll see. It actually tastes really good, and hopefully you might want to give it a try. Alright, so like I said, we're going to make this into like a French fry type of item. This is usually a side item. They're called plátanos fritos. So you can't just peel and eat this. You do have to cook it in a little bit of vegetable oil, like I said. So to prepare it, what we need to do is we need to, and this one is kind of like starting to turn into a more sweeter plantain, but they're usually very dark green. When I first bought these, they were dark green. So to prepare, we're going to just take off the ends here. And if you look, they're kind of a little bit different. Sometimes they're a little pink on the inside, and we're going to slice it. And we're just going to, if you look, it's kind of like a little bit different texture. And you see it's hard for me to kind of peel this off. So now we have this banana, not a banana. And then what I like to do is, what most people will do is they'll slice it on a diagonal. So let me just see, you know, Señora's not a good cook, so we're just going to do the best that we can here. Just kind of cooking it on or slicing it on a diagonal. And we want it to be diagonal so that when we flatten it, it'll be like it'll cook more evenly. Okay, so now we've got that. And then what we're going to do is, we're not there yet, because what we've got to do is, and at school I have a tostonera, which is like this little, these two little pieces of wood that you put the banana in the inside and then you flatten it. But since we don't have that, we're going to just make do with just a regular plate. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to put your body weight on a plate to flatten it. And so then they kind of look like that. And then you would just take that and put that in the frying pan, which we will do in a little bit. So what I did was, I have a little bit of vegetable oil in the pan, just enough to cover it. You can use canola, vegetable oil. I don't know if I would use olive oil. That might be a little bit too strong for this, but just enough to cover the pan. And then sometimes some people put salt in there now, but and we also want it on medium heat. And you're basically going to cook this like a French fry. So what I usually do is I will take the small little one and just test it out. Yep, that's looking pretty good. That it's the right heat. It's not too perky, the oil. So we're going to just start putting these in there. Wait, they're flattened so that they'll cook a little evenly. This one's a little bit light. And we'll just keep cooking these, and then flip it when you think it might need some browning on the other side. Alright, so as you can see, we're about halfway through the process here. I keep flipping them just to make sure that they'll eventually kind of look like this. And get onto the plate. And what I have prepared over here is, this is just me personally, from what my mom used to do, is that you don't want them to be super greasy. So what you do instead is you just, when you take them off, you kind of have like a plate, like I'll show you right here. you have a plate ready to absorb the oil. I'm gonna just let them sit a little bit. They'll cool. You'll sprinkle a little bit of salt on them just to give it a little added flavor. You don't have to. And then that's it. Then you can just eat them as a vegetable side item. They kind of taste, if they're really, really crispy, they will taste like a French fry. If they're kind of like this, they might be a little bit more on the sweeter side, which is the kind I like. And I know some people like to eat them with a little bit of ketchup. So, buen provecho. Enjoy your meal.